Hi, we're back.
We are so
It is
back.
so exciting to be back.
Yeah, I think the last blog that we did or
Yeah,
the newsletter, and it was on the same topic that we're talking about today, and it's selfishness and how that figures into the belonging lesson. But we talked about really the couple relationship mostly in that newsletter. And we realized that our book actually focused more on belonging with our children. So it's very interesting that we went on to that tangent for our newsletter at the beginning of this month. But just to say a little bit more about belonging as a couple, I just realized that belonging can soften any heart. When you're full of belonging with either your spouse or your children, um, your heart is very, very soft at that time. And one thing that I noticed was a man walking his dog, and how the dog, he had him on a leash, but also the dog just kept looking up at his master as they walked along just to make sure that he was doing everything right. And that also was just an unselfish showing of that dog, that he really wanted to belong and please his master.
yeah. I think
Yeah.
that's what we get in our family. I know for me, when I really got this belonging thing, that this need is deep inside for me to belong to you, for our kids to belong to us, for us to belong to them, and then to perceive it like a tank, like a gas tank that
Okay.
can go
Yeah.
down and up. It was a true game changer. It That's when parenting became fun for me.
Right.
Instead of waiting for things to happen, it was just noticing their reactions and using that belonging chart to say, this is what's going on. And so,
This is how I feel. Therefore that's why the children are doing, or that
yeah,
child is doing that particular behavior to get
exactly.
your attention.
And ironically, whether it's getting your attention by doing something pleasing or by doing something distracting, either way, it gets their belonging tank filled because you're paying attention to them.
Right. Exactly.
And so, yeah, when we finally let go and said, hey, wait a minute, if we ignore what we really don't want, if we don't let it push our buttons, if we don't react to it, and knowing the belonging tank was the whole key for me being able to do that, to let go and not see it as a personal attack.
I love it. But the belonging tank, that really is a miracle of stopping the bad behavior. That for me was miraculous. It was just like the lights going on and being able to understand that it was such a relief to
Oh my
get that
gosh,
key.
absolutely. So I think that, when I'm missing between, I mean, when I'm kind of withdrawing and going into my own little world, you are the first one to start getting clingy and buggy and you
Naggy.
and you say, we've got to talk.
Right, I
And for
do.
me, my stomach sinks every time you say that because I always think it's the worst. Oh, what did I forget to do or got caught doing or whatever?
Right.
But it's usually just we haven't been communicating. We haven't been talking. And you need to know what's going on in my life, and I need to know what's going on in yours. So
Yeah.
I hope
So we
this.
just talk about how it's like the clouds changing the sky. These are the things that we need to be aware of that make, our life easier and more pleasant, because when we're belonging to each other, life is simple and easy and cuddly and warm and wonderful.
So we really encourage you to take a look at the book, our book, and check out the belonging tank aspect because it's miraculous. It is a true lease on life when you recognize that things happen because we have this deep set need.
It's really such a relief. Such a
Absolutely.
relief to have this key.
So have a great rest of the holiday season. I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving like we did, and I'm
Yes.
looking forward to our Christmas. God bless all of you, and thank you.
Aloha.